Meet Cameron Yancey, a cherished, athletic, and well-rounded 7th grader at Lakewood Montessori Middle School. Cameron epitomizes the goal of Lakewood Montessori Middle to produce students that are independent thinkers and engaged learners. Although most middle schoolers are used to large stacks of books and endless work at a desk, Cameron knows that he won't be spending most of his day at a desk. Cameron has an energy that draws people to him, like his close friend, Trendon. Whether Cameron is playing his flute in band and pushing himself to play a more difficult piece, or discussing his next performance with the beloved Lord Salter, Cameron is incredibly involved at Lakewood and has earned a great deal of popularity for it. It seems like everyone who knows Cameron is and wants to be friends with him. Of course, Cameron uses his popularity for good. Cameron's great at giving advice to his friends and providing support. Cameron has taken up the role of keeping his friends in check and ensuring that they're being respectful to the teachers. He says he likes his role, but
I like it and sometimes don't. Sometimes it's like just a lot of responsibility.
Cameron says that he's been greatly influenced by his parents, who are both educators. They taught him to value school and be respectful to those around him. For this reason, Cameron says he tries to focus a lot in school. Cameron appreciates Lakewood for their unique teaching style that actually makes learning entertaining. Take math class, for example. Cameron usually struggles in math, but says that Mr. Pfeiffer's teaching style and unique lessons makes the class actually enjoyable. Mr. Pfeiffer ensures that he's always providing students with the support they need, even going as far as explaining difficult math concepts on desks turned whiteboard. Although Cameron is great at collaboration, he also appreciates a little good old-fashioned competition. In Mr. Pfeiffer's class, everyone gets incredibly passionate about playing Book It, an online math question competition game. As the class competes for first place, Cameron begins climbing up the ladder. Emotions are running high and tension is filling the air. Cameron rises to the top for just a moment before ultimately losing his position.
I was mad because after it was like seconds away from the time limit and I was at the top and then someone swapped with me and I was went really far back down.
Although disappointed about his loss, Cameron ultimately had a lot of fun with the activity. Besides all of the indoor activities at Lakewood, there's a whole other side to the school. Before headed outside, Cameron picks up his friends and they head to work. I have never seen kids more excited to sweep the floor. Although typically a one-person task, sweeping is so popular amongst students in CTE class that 2 people are always designated to the task. CTE class truly fosters a collaborative environment with Cameron and his friends working together to ensure that the Lakewood Garden area is a peaceful place for all.
I think I'm stronger than Ron.
Cameron says that CTE is his most interesting class and that he has a lot of fun when they work outside. With the power of teamwork, nothing is beyond the strength of these middle schoolers.
They were really heavy. We had to get everybody to push them.
Like every middle schooler, Cameron needs to refuel before continuing on with his day. Spicy chips of any kind are his friend group's favorite. Although Takis take the #1 title, his possession of hot Cheetos still earns Cameron a great deal of clout among his classmates. After they rush to finish lunch, Cameron and his friends head to the field to play soccer. Once his Crocs are set in sports mode, he starts playing.
I usually play soccer. I usually play different sports in Crocs because Crocs just are my main shoe.
Probably not surprisingly, Cameron's favorite thing about Lakewood are actually the chances they give students to get off of campus. Some field trips are so close, students walk together to the location instead of taking a bus. One of their most recent field trips was to the scrap exchange, where students were tasked with finding scrap material to create a cell. There's a lot of
I was just whoa. And because there was just so much stuff that would have helped me.
Cameron and his friends constantly referred back to the image of the cell to figure out what they can use for their project. Although a bit overwhelming, Cameron and his friends worked together to find the best materials to use for the project. They found beads, styrofoam, and other items that were perfect for their project. Cameron and his friends decided to share their material in order to get the most bang for their buck. With a $5 budget, sharing is especially caring. Despite only being in middle school, Cameron has the intelligence to recognize when to be competitive and when to work collaboratively. As per Maria Montessori's mission, Cameron is both an independent thinker and a collaborative force. Ultimately, the day ends and Cameron returns back to Lakewood to end off his day. But of course, he can't help but smile and be grateful that he attends the best middle school in North Carolina.
I really like it here. It's like just a really good educated school because they have really good education. They don't really focus on sports. They kind of focus on like responsibility and like education and like yourself and stuff.